25 October carries a message that cannot be ignored. Growth demands discomfort. You cannot evolve while holding on to what is easy. You cannot become stronger while avoiding the weight that shapes you. 25 October represents the moment when life decides to test your comfort, to push you into pain so that you can finally see what lies beneath the surface. Most people think growth is about gaining more, but true growth is about losing what no longer belongs, losing your fears, your excuses, your need for control. The process is not gentle. It burns, it breaks, and it rebuilds. But that's exactly how transformation works. When 25 October arrives, it doesn't come with peace, it comes with pressure. It's the kind of day that makes you face your limits, the kind of day that strips away everything fake inside you. It's uncomfortable because it removes the illusion that life should always feel good. Discomfort is not punishment, it's progress in disguise. Every time you feel pain, something is being refined. Every challenge is shaping your spirit into something tougher, sharper, clearer. If you run from it, you run from yourself. If you embrace it, you meet your next version. Pain is the language of growth. On the 25th October, when you feel discomfort rising, understand that life is not working against you. It's working through you. It's breaking the old patterns that keep you small. The mind will resist. It will tell you to stop, to hide, to return to safety. But safety kills expansion. You cannot awaken while holding the blanket of comfort. Discomfort is the fire that melts fear, laziness, and self-doubt. The more you accept it, the more you evolve. Look at nature. The seed must crack before it grows. The earth must break before the sprout can rise. Transformation always begins with destruction. 25 October is that breaking point, not to destroy you, but to open you. It's the collapse before clarity, the chaos before balance. When you feel the struggle, remember that this is how strength is formed. You can't build endurance in ease, you build it. When things get heavy, you build it when you continue walking even when your legs shake. Most people escape the moment discomfort arrives. They distract themselves, they complain, they run. But those who stay, those who endure the pressure, they evolve in silence. Growth doesn't make noise. It happens inside you when no one is watching. It's the quiet decision to keep going even when 25 October feels like too much. It's the understanding that temporary pain is a small price for permanent strength. Life's greatest rewards come after its hardest lessons. There will be times when everything inside you wants to quit. The pressure will feel too real, the fear too loud. But in that very moment, remember that pain is the proof of transformation. It means you're not standing still. It means something inside you is shifting. The old version of you is dying and the new one is being born. The discomfort of 25 October is the sound of growth happening. You might not see it yet, but you will feel it when you look back. To grow means to outgrow. You must be willing to let go of people, habits, emotions, and ideas that no longer serve your path. The process hurts because you are tearing away what once felt like a part of you. But the truth is, you can't carry your old self into your new life. Discomfort is the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. Every time you face that pain and keep walking, you are crossing that bridge. Don't expect comfort from 25 of October. Expect lessons, expect change, expect the kind of silence that forces reflection. You will not find peace in avoiding discomfort. You will find peace in understanding it. Once you accept that pain is a teacher, you stop fearing it. You begin to listen. You begin to grow intentionally. That's where real strength comes from, not from avoiding storms, but from learning how to walk through them. So when 25 of October tests you, welcome the pressure. Feel it fully. Don't resist it. Let it shape your patience, your courage, your resilience. The hit you feel today will become the wisdom you carry tomorrow. Life doesn't send you pain without purpose. It sends it to sculpt you into the version of yourself that is finally ready to live fully awake. Discomfort is not the enemy. It's the path. The truth is simple. Comfort keeps you asleep. Discomfort wakes you up. Every hit, every challenge, every sleepless night is a whisper from life saying, you are ready for more. So 25 October might hurt, but it's not here to harm. It's here to remind you that the only way to truly grow is to let yourself be stretched beyond what you think you can bear. That stretch is your expansion. That pressure is your preparation. And when you finally rise from it, you'll realize that 25 October didn't break you. It built you. 25th of October will not ask how you feel before it challenges you. It will come suddenly, and what defines you in that moment will not be what happened, but how you react. Life does not test your comfort, it tests your composure. Every person faces days when everything seems to collapse, when words cut deep, when silence feels heavier than sound. On such a day, it is your reaction that builds or breaks your destiny. The events are neutral, but your response decides whether the experience becomes destruction or growth. 25 October is the moment that separates those who complain from those who evolve. When life hits you, you have only two choices. You can resist and let fear take over, or you can breathe and face what stands in front of you. Resistance feeds chaos. Acceptance gives clarity. 25 October is not about what happens outside of you, it is about what happens inside. A person with no control over their reaction is like a leaf thrown in the wind. They go wherever the storm wants. But a person who masters their reaction stands like a mountain unmoved even when the entire sky collapses. This mastery does not come from luck. It comes from awareness. It comes from choosing stillness over panic. Every situation in life brings energy. Sometimes it's heavy, sometimes it's painful. You can take that energy and use it to build or let it crush you. 25 October will give you the same choice. When something unexpected happens, and the world will look at you to see what you do next. Do you react with anger, with fear, with doubt, or with calm, with clarity, with purpose? The event may last one moment, but your reaction echoes long after it's gone. That is how destiny is shaped, not by the day itself, but by what you decide to do in that day. You must understand 25 October is not coming to destroy you. It's coming to show you yourself. It is the mirror you've been avoiding. The storm outside exposes the storm within. When you are centered, no storm can touch you. But if your emotions rule you, then every small wave feels like a disaster. Life teaches through repetition. It will send the same type of challenge again and again until you finally learn how to respond differently. Once you do, the pattern breaks. Once you master your reaction, you master your life. Many people think strength means shouting louder, fighting harder, proving they're right. That's not strength, that's ego in disguise. Real strength is quiet. Real strength is stillness in the middle of chaos. When 25 October arrives and everything feels uncertain, strength will mean pausing before you speak, breathing before you act, and seeing before you judge. That pause is power. It turns reaction into response. It turns chaos into clarity. Each time you face difficulty, remember that the external event is temporary, but the internal reaction becomes permanent. The more awareness you bring to your reaction, the more control you take back from circumstance. 25 October will not define you. Your response will. You can either let the pain of that day make you bitter or let it carve discipline and understanding into your character. The event will pass, but the lesson will stay. Reactions are habits. They grow stronger with repetition. So if you react with fear every time life shakes you, fear becomes your nature. If you respond with calm, calm becomes your strength. On the 25th of October, when something triggers you, you are being given the rare opportunity to train your awareness. You are being asked to choose who you will be under pressure. Growth is not found in peace, it is created through friction. You only discover your control when chaos arrives. You can learn to stay grounded no matter what comes. Start by observing yourself. The next time someone hurts you, watch what happens inside. Don't run from it. Don't speak too soon. Just see how the mind reacts, how the body tenses, how emotion rises. That awareness is the first step to transformation. On the 25th of October, when the hit comes, breathe. Let the first reaction die in silence. Then choose your real response. This is the discipline that changes everything. Life will always give you more tests until your reactions align with wisdom. So welcome the chaos. Welcome 25th of October. It's your training ground. It's not about being perfect, it's about being conscious. The moment you can stay calm when everything around you is breaking, you win a victory that no one can take away. You start living from power, not panic, from strength, not struggle. So let 25th of October come. Let it bring its pressure, its lessons, its storms. Stand where you are unshaken. You don't need to control what happens. You only need to control how you meet it. Because in the end, it's not the hit that changes your life. It's the way you choose to stand after it. And that choice, made again and again, becomes your true strength. 25th of October is not a threat. It is an awakening. It is the kind of day that doesn't come to scare you, but to shake you into awareness. Most people drift through life half asleep, waiting for the right time, the right mood, the right sign to begin their change. But 25th of October doesn't wait for your permission. It comes to remind you that you cannot sleep through your own potential. The hit you feel that day will not be meant to hurt you. It will be meant to wake you. Awareness begins when comfort ends. That is the truth many avoid, but it is the truth that frees you. When life shakes you on the 25th of October, don't panic. See it as a call. It's life whispering, wake up. You've been running in circles. Too many people live in reaction, repeating the same emotions, the same choices, the same mistakes. They wait for the future to save them, never realizing that the moment of awakening is always now. 25 October symbolizes that now. It is the day when life will not allow you to ignore yourself any longer. Every shock, every loss, every challenge is meant to open your eyes wider. Awareness changes everything. Once you wake up to your own patterns, you can no longer be a victim of them. The problem is not what happens on the 25th of October. The problem is how long you've been asleep before it came. Life gives small warnings before it gives big ones. When you don't listen, the message grows louder, the hit gets harder, not because life is cruel, but because life refuses to let you waste your strength in blindness. 25 October will come with force, but behind that force is purpose to help you finally see. To awaken means to look directly at what you've been avoiding. It means to see where your fear still controls you, where your ego still speaks louder than your truth. It's not comfortable, it's not easy, but it's real. On the 25th of October, awareness will demand honesty. You will have to face the gap between who you pretend to be and who you truly are. That confrontation may feel like a hit, but it's the first step toward freedom. There is no awakening without exposure. You cannot fix what you refuse to see. Many people mistake awakening for enlightenment as if it should feel peaceful and beautiful. But awakening often begins with pain. When the illusion breaks, it hurts. When the truth comes, it stings. But that's how 25 October transforms you. It doesn't bring beauty first, it brings truth first. The beauty comes after. When you stop living in denial, when you stop hiding behind fear, when you start to see life as it is. Awareness strips away comfort so that clarity can be born. You will know you are awakening when things that once satisfied you no longer do. When conversations that used to entertain you start to drain you. When silence becomes more valuable than noise. On the 25th of October, this shift will begin to take shape. You will notice the small voice inside you getting louder, the one that says you were meant for more than this. Don't ignore it. That voice is your truth returning after years of being buried under fear and distraction. Awakening also means responsibility. Once you see, you can no longer pretend not to know. 25th of October will challenge you to act according to your awareness, to stop blaming, to stop delaying, to stop hiding behind excuses. Awareness without action is useless. Growth is not just about realizing who you are. It's about becoming who you are meant to be. The hit that wakes you up must also move you forward. Awareness is not the end. It's the beginning of transformation. When you wake up, the world looks different. You start noticing what you once ignored, the small signs, the quiet lessons, the opportunities hidden inside challenges. 25th of October will not change your life on its own. What will change your life is the awareness it brings. You will begin to see that every difficult moment was always a message, every loss was guidance, every delay was redirection. The hit will make sense once you wake up enough to see its purpose. The only real danger is to go back to sleep after the awakening. Many people wake up for a moment, after pain, after failure, after heartbreak, and then return to the same patterns. Don't do that. When 25 after October opens your eyes, keep them open. Keep living with awareness. Stay conscious of your choices, your energy, your direction. Awareness must become your way of life, not just a moment of realization. Because when you live awake, nothing can hit you the same way again. You begin to anticipate life instead of reacting to it. You stop fearing what's coming because you are ready for it. 25 October is the day life calls you to rise from the dream of comfort, to stop waiting, to stop drifting, to start seeing clearly. It is the reminder that every challenge, every unexpected hit, every painful awakening is here to lead you home, back to yourself. You are not being punished. you are not being prepared. You are not being broken. You are being built. Let 25th of October wake you up completely, and you will see that what felt like the hardest day was actually the beginning of your highest self. 25 October will not warn you before it shakes your ground. It will not give you time to prepare when the test begins. That is why discipline becomes your only protection. Without it, every unexpected moment will throw you into confusion. With it, even chaos will not touch your center. Discipline is not punishment, it is preparation. It's the quiet practice of building strength before the storm arrives. On the 25th of October, when life comes hard and fast, it's your discipline that decides whether you fall apart or stay standing. The world often glorifies motivation, but motivation is weak when life hits without mercy. Motivation fades when things get uncomfortable. Discipline stays. Discipline is the force that carries you when your emotions fail. 25 October is the kind of day that will separate those who rely on feelings from those who rely on principles. When you have discipline, you don't wait for the right mood, the right weather, or the right timing. You do what must be done, regardless of how you feel. That is real strength, the kind that no storm can take away. Every small decision before 25 October builds your armor. Each morning you wake up and train your mind. Each time you choose focus over distraction, each moment you stay calm instead of reacting, these are the invisible bricks that protect you when life decides to test your foundation. People often think the storm is what breaks them. But the truth is, the storm only reveals how little they prepared. 25 of October doesn't destroy, it exposes. It shows you the cracks you ignored when the weather was calm. Discipline means consistency when no one is watching. It means showing up for your growth even when you feel lost. On the 25th of October, the disciplined mind will stand tall, while the undisciplined one will crumble under the weight of uncertainty. The difference is not luck, it's practice. A person who trains their mind daily has already faced the storm in silence. They've learned to sit in discomfort, to breathe in pain, to walk through fear without surrender. So when the real test comes, it feels familiar. Without discipline, you are a slave to your impulses. You react to everything. You chase every distraction, you lose yourself in noise. But with discipline, you become still. You see clearly. You act only when necessary. The 25 October is not about chaos on the outside. It's about order on the inside. When you have trained your inner world, the outer world loses power over you. You stop being controlled by fear, by stress, by other people's energy. You respond from stability. Discipline also means protecting your focus. The world will always try to pull your attention in 1,000 directions, especially on days that challenge your peace. But 25 October is not the day to scatter your mind. It's the day to hold your center, to remind yourself why you began, and to continue even when it's heavy. Focus is a weapon. Every person who masters focus becomes unshakable. When you can hold your mind still in turbulence, no hit can break you. There will be moments when discipline feels lonely, when everyone else chooses the easy path and you keep walking the difficult one. But those who stay disciplined are the ones who grow beyond limits. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the power it gives lasts forever. 25 October might feel like a storm to many, but for the disciplined, it's just another day of testing their strength. They don't run from it, they walk straight through it, because they know every challenge is proof that their practice works. Discipline is not only about action, it's about control of words, thoughts, and emotions. On the 25th of October, when people around you lose balance, when situations provoke you, when emotions rise, discipline will keep you silent when silence is power, calm when chaos surrounds you, and strong when everything pushes you to collapse. The real warrior is not the one who fights, it's the one who remains peaceful no matter what comes. When 25th of October arrives, and your preparation will speak louder than your fear. You won't need to prove anything. You won't need to run. Your consistency will become your shield. Life respects the disciplined. It bends for those who live with purpose, not for those who react in panic. Every test that comes is another chance to prove your steadiness, your focus, your patience. And once you realize that discipline doesn't limit you, it frees you. You stop resisting it. So when the next storm comes, don't pray for an easier day. Build yourself stronger before it arrives. That's what discipline truly is, the art of being ready long before life demands it. 25 of October will hit many people hard, but it will not destroy the one who trained in silence. While others fall into chaos, the disciplined will move forward, calm and steady, knowing that storms don't last, but strength does. Every act of discipline before that day is your protection. Every moment of focus is your armor. And when the test comes, you'll know you didn't survive 25 of October by luck. You survived because you prepared. 25 October will not ask for your permission before it arrives. It will not send a message. It will not give you time to prepare. It will just come, and when it does, it will hit you where you are weakest. Not because life is cruel, but because life needs to wake you up. Every person walks through days thinking there is more time, more comfort, more chances. But 25 October stands as a reminder that life never waits. It hits exactly when you begin to think you are safe. That is how growth begins. Not in control, but in collision. When life strikes, it takes away your illusion of control. It shows you that all the protection you thought you had was temporary. The routines, the plans, the expectations, all of them can be torn apart in a single moment. 25 October represents that moment. It is not just a date. It is a symbol of reality's power to test your readiness. You cannot hide from it. You cannot delay it. You can only decide how you will stand when it arrives. Most people break when life hits them. They curse the day, they curse their luck, they lose themselves in reaction. But that moment of impact is not the end. It is the beginning of awareness. When 25 of October hits you, you will realize that the world does not revolve around your comfort. Growth never comes from safety. It comes from exposure, from being pushed into the unknown. You might lose something, someone, or even a part of who you once were, but that loss will carve space inside you. Space for clarity. Space for strength. Every hit life gives you carries a hidden lesson. It says, stop running, start standing. The moment you accept that life is meant to challenge you, the fear of 25 October disappears. What remains is strength. Most people wait for things to get easier, but life doesn't work that way. The purpose of 25 October is to shake you out of your sleep, to remind you that you can't keep repeating the same thoughts, the same fears, and expect a different life. You grow not when life is gentle, but when it forces you to wake up, when you face that impact and say, I will not run. That decision, that silent strength is where transformation begins. It's not about pretending to be strong. It's about refusing to fall back into weakness. There will always be days like 25 of October, days that come without warning, days that test every part of you. They arrive to show you what you have neglected. Maybe it's your mindset, maybe your discipline, maybe your belief. These moments don't destroy you, they mirror you. They reveal what still needs to grow. When the hit lands, it doesn't ask if you're ready. But every past choice, every ignored lesson, every postponed change, they all stand before you then. The hit only feels hard when you've ignored the quiet lessons before it. So what must be done? You prepare not by fearing 25 October, but by facing it now before it comes. You build inner stability so when life shakes, you remain unmoved. You train your mind to stay calm when others collapse. You strengthen your focus until uncertainty cannot reach it. This is what preparation truly means. Not waiting for life to be kind, but building yourself to handle when it is not. The stronger you become inside, the less damage the outside can do. 25 of October is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It teaches through pressure. It demands your attention. It reminds you that every comfort zone will one day collapse. And that collapse is not meant to break you, but to shape you. When you stand after the hit, you will realize you are no longer the same. You are sharper, calmer, more aware. You see that the pain was not punishment, it was awakening. Life doesn't hit to hurt, it hits to reveal. When that day comes, and it will, remember this, nothing is against you. The struggle is not sent to destroy. It is sent to open your eyes. You may lose what you thought you needed, but you will find what you truly are. You may feel alone, but that silence is the birth of inner power. You may feel pain, but that pain is proof that you are still alive, still capable of rising. 25 of October is simply the mirror reflecting your own strength back to you. So let it come. Let it hit. Let it wake the sleeping parts of your mind that still doubt your potential. Life is not gentle with those who are meant for more. The storm is not your punishment, it is your preparation. Every scar that 25th of October leaves behind will one day become your story of power. The story of how you were hit and how you didn't break, you transformed.